Hello Ragers, welcome back to another episode of Outrage Archives with me, Ruby Moore-Forbes.
And myself, Abby Beggs.
So we actually had really quiet weekends this weekend. Abby had her first sober weekend and I'm going to say... Years.
Oh my God, literally.
Yeah, when was the last time you had a
long.
sober weekend?
I actually can't remember. I've had something on every single week.
Every single weekend, yeah.
The whole summer. And I knew October was going to be the last,
it's our last month that we can actually have soberish plans. I did drink at the weekend and I actually was hungover on Saturday. But
were you hungover?
I was a bit
Really?
hungover, yeah. I was a bit hungover when I woke up. But afterwards,
was it a late one?
No, it wasn't that late.
Okay,
no.
fair.
But I was just I think because you can't really buy drinks in the Three Arena if it's a comedy show, so you can only buy it at the start and at the break. So we were trying to drink loads. Well, we could.
Yeah.
And then, so that was fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it wasn't anything too crazy or anything, so that was fine. But
we love a little chill weekend, don't we?
Love a little chill weekend every now and again when we get the chance to have a chill weekend.
I feel like this month is the only month we can actually chill because November is all the girls' birthdays. Well, the other half.
So we have half. So half are in June, half are in November, then Abby's by herself in January.
Yeah. All alone. So yeah, we have a very, very busy month.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. We already have our dinners and stuff kind of booked for November.
Yeah.
We already booked our Christmas dinner with the girls.
Booked our birthdays. Myself and Emma are only born 5 days apart, so we always celebrate it in between. In the same.
Same with Aoife.
Same with Aoife, but Aoife obviously lives in New Zealand at the moment, so we haven't celebrated with her in a while. So Emma's taken her place.
You've been replaced.
You've been replaced.
No, but so we are booked and busy for November, and then our Christmas dinner is at the start of December. Yeah. So we literally we probably won't have a weekend free once it's November.
Going to 777 for that.
Yeah,
which I'm really excited for. Yes, we're not doing a big sit down meal. You've never been?
Never been.
Best margaritas, hands down. Best margaritas.
I've heard that.
Oh my God, I love them so much. I actually haven't really eaten there, but I've drank there a few times and I love drinking there.
I don't know how people like margaritas. I actually think they're nasty.
I think you'll like them there because Jay doesn't like them either. And when he actually tried them, he was like, "What the hell? These are actually so nice."
No, I'm convinced.
You can't taste the tequila. You can't.
No. Ryan shaking his head. He agrees.
Ryan loves a margarita.
Do you?
Yeah,
Ryan, fuck! I thought you were agreeing with me.
Ryan loves a margarita. No. Mine's a little cocktail connoisseur.
No. I'll try one. I'll try one of yours, but I'm not actually having
sippy.
Yeah. No, gross. But yes, I'm excited for that. So that's why we're kind of having chill weekends this month.
It's nice when we have chill weekends because we kind of do wholesome stuff anyway as it is. But this weekend, you did the ring making. That was really cute.
Emma and I made a little ring.
Yeah.
We actually made them in Vietnam and I was swimming literally over the harbour and it fell off while I was swimming and obviously couldn't get it. I was actually so sad. So Emma got it for my birthday and we didn't do it. She got
your birthday's in January. It's October now.
So we were like, let's do it while we have a chill weekend. So we just drove into town, did a bit of shopping, made the ring. I
loved your haul. That was a great haul.
My
haul. I loved your haul.
I love those shoes. I actually thought I was going to get loads of hate on them.
No, Abby, I love the shoes.
Yeah, but I got loads of hate on the ballerina ones. So remember
but I liked them as well.
I know.
No, see, the ballerina ones are probably a bit more different where those are like
runners. So I'm excited to wear them. I can't wait to wear them. So we did a bit of shopping. Then we did the ring making thing. It was literally 2 hours long, but it flew. It was so fast. And it's so funny because we did them in Vietnam, but it's the safety, they're so different
to Ireland.
Vietnam, you're literally holding the flame by yourself, lighting the ring on fire. Where there, they were like, okay, we'll do that part, and they'd show you how to do everything properly. Vietnam was just jump in, get in the deep end,
teach yourself,
literally barely any English between the guys who were teaching you there. So it was cool to experience both different. And then I went to Chimak's, so nice.
I still have that's been on my list for ages ever since it opened.
Oh, the Korean barbecue chicken, so
I knew they
good.
did. I was like, you have to try to get the Korean barbecue.
It was so good, But we do gym classes as well. You did biker ski.
I was doing biker ski.
You're back on your biker ski buzz.
Back on my biker ski buzz, because I've given.
Oh my God! Tell them what happened to Molly.
Oh my God! So it was my sister's first ever biker ski, and so me and Kate are doing it, and I texted her because I know she wanted to start. I was like, "Do you want to do biker ski? I'm doing it on Sunday." She's like, "Yeah, perfect, no problem." Now Molly, not like she's lazy, but she's not really an exercise head. No, when I say this, I mean she's not. she's not mad into the gym. She doesn't do exercise classes stuff like that.
She just goes on walks.
She goes and walks, which is so fine.
Yeah.
But she was like, I want to start trying doing biker ski, and she wants to do PT soon as well. So I was like, yeah, come to biker ski. Came to biker ski, and she seemed fine throughout the whole thing. And Molly has gone on a few runs, and whenever she does a run, she comes out of the run looking like a bloody a tomato. Literally so red, so flush. She kind of has. I keep outing Molly in the podcast, but she has a slight touch of rosacea. So her redness goes.
Apparently it's good if you go really red after a workout because it means you're something with your skin. It means the blood flow to your skin is really good.
Oh yeah, you've good circulation.
Yeah, apparently it's really good. Someone told me that, and I was like,
it's probably TikTok.
It was TikTok.
all her
I read
facts
that
from-
somewhere.
Yeah, I read that in a diary.
Yeah.
It's research. But yeah, so she went and did that, and after the class, we were sitting outside. She just sat down for a sec, and I was like, "Oh my god, Molly, you're not even red." And she looked up, and she's kind of like this. But like, I actually have a clip of one of my vlogs, and you can actually see her lips are actually completely pale.
Yeah,
she was
white.
actually on borderline fainting. She was about to faint.
She said that to you though, didn't she? She goes like, "I'm seeing stars."
Yeah, but I thought she was fine until we got outside, and then I was like, "Oh, Molly, you can come back in my car," because Katie dropped her on the way over there, and she's like, "I'm seeing stars," and I was like, "Okay, just sit down." She was literally about to faint, and all the color had gone from her face. And then when she got back into the car, it's like, "Okay, just sip in your water, you'll be fine." You could see the color slowly rush back to her face, but her face just kept getting redder and redder and redder because she's obviously done the class.
I would.
Oh my god,
never go back to Bike Rock Eve. That was my first experience.
And then
You
after
wouldn't
that,
catch me dead there.
She booked 4 more classes after she paid for 4 more credits after that. She's like, "No, I actually really enjoyed it. I just thought I was going to faint."
No, you wouldn't catch me dead there. Like that would be my.
I know, and I genuinely like she looked so ill, so ill.
And that wasn't. It was like the worst class for her to start back.
Those type of classes are my least favorite. I hate them. So they did like a 45 minute block, 30-second rest, 45 minute block.
Yeah, because I was thinking because these are all getting back into it. So now I'm like, oh, will I get back into it? And then I heard that, and I was like,
like those.
I'm actually happy
because my first class I went back to, I was like, yeah, love it.
Yeah.
And then that one, I was like, oh
fuck,
because I'm booked in, I have to.
You have to do them.
Yeah.
I actually did a class with Alvin.
Yeah.
Because he kept being like, do them on the weekend with me, and I was like, oh, leave me alone. But then I was like, okay, no, I actually will. And he killed me, and I kept answering back to him. Like I kept being like, I'm not doing that, and he'd be like, well, now you're doing extra, and he'd like change all the like erg numbers and stuff for me. Oh, it was actually painful, and like because they were all like, they're kind of older women that do the classes.
Yeah, it is. I remember when I used to do them in Black Rose. It was older women. Yeah.
So and they usually obviously train with him. So I say when they saw me answering back, they were probably like, "Who's this little bitch?"
Yeah, completely.
And Alvin was like, "Don't talk to me like that." Like he was literally like arguing with me while I was in the class. And then afterwards, I was like, "Are we friends again?" But he killed me. Like starting your Sunday morning off like that.
I saw
was
his
actually
story, and I was like, "Oh my god, Abby looks."
I actually like as soon as I started doing the ski, I was like, "Why am I here?"
I hate the ski.
Yeah,
the ski is my least favorite. That's the only thing that would actually really put me off doing a high rocks is the ski.
Oh, it's
genuinely
horrible.
ski. I'd rather burpees than ski.
Yeah,
I actually
genuinely. He had a ski, and then he went over and did burpees after in between.
Oh, for God's sake, that's horrible. That's actually criminal.
That's what I mean. And I was like, "Can I give you feedback?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "These two things are very similar." And he's like, "Well, now you're doing double." And I was like, "Okay." So I just like had to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
But we usually do saunas as well, and we
don't do
haven't. I didn't do a sauna this week.
No,
but
I
I usually
do
do.
this week. We usually do
Depends
a sauna
on my hair wash.
Yeah, it does depend on the hair wash schedule. We usually do like doing a sauna, usually on like a Sunday evening, or sometimes I'll do like on a Thursday.
It depends.
If you're doing your hair wash on a Friday.
Yeah.
And
I don't really like doing them when I'm hungover because sometimes I'm like too hot and bothered and like stresses me out.
Fighting for your life then. Yeah.
So it depends what our weekend entails.
It does, yeah. But we do love a sauna. Really, really big fans of sauna. I actually we usually go to the sauna in Flynn Park, but I actually went to the one up in Swords recently, the one in the village.
Yeah.
And at the pavilions. It was so nice.
I'm dying to see that one.
We should go there sometime because it's actually really, really nice. They have like 5 different types of saunas. They have like of different temperatures. One's like a silent sauna, which obviously we'd never go in. And then there's like all their ice baths and everything. It was really nice.
Yeah,
really,
I like that. I like that. It's kind of like I like the Kildare one as well. The sauna village, is it?
Yes, the treehouse.
Yes, sorry,
that
one.
the treehouse. Yeah,
really like that one. It's really nice. I like having different saunas and like different ice baths and stuff.
I like trying.
They have like jacuzzis as well. Like I like trying all the different temperatures.
Yeah, same. Yeah. And also when you go in, you're not. Because if you go to the one, say in Flynn Park, for example, you're all in the same one.
Yeah.
Whereas if there's too many people in one of the saunas,
guys,
you can just move
we
around.
are in a sauna and you have been in the sauna with us, you can guarantee we are listening to your whole conversation.
Yeah,
we will not.
Then when you leave, you talk about your conversation.
Or like, I remember one time, I think it was Em and I went, or maybe we were all there, and there was like this couple in there, and we were like trying to analyze if that was like their first date.
Oh, I was there.
Was it you there?
I was there as well. Yeah.
And we were like, okay, it must be their like second date because like like they didn't touch each other. Like they're walking down to like the lake and like she let him go in for like we were literally.
We were really like not judging. We were kind of like
analyzing
their
what's going
behavior
on
and everything.
Yeah, we're like, is this the first date? Is it a third date? How comfortable are they with each other? Emma and I were actually doing that in the ring working thing the other day. A couple was sitting across from us and like Emma and I actually caught ourselves like they'd be talking like they'd say something funny and Emma and I'd be like and then we'd be like, what are you like? And they couldn't look at us and be like,
so bad.
we're like, oh my God, we're
I do stuff like that all the time.
It's so bad. And like,
All the
like
time.
two of us don't even speak to each other. We just kind of like look off and like watch them. And then the girls teaching us how to make the rings kept talking. And Emma was like, will they stop talking so we can listen?
We're trying to listen to other people's conversations.
And then we were like, is this a first date? And then she had a claddering on. So I was like, I think they're in a relationship.
Yeah, they must
so
be
we
in
were
a
kind of
relationship,
trying to work it out. But like,
Yeah,
it's
I love
such
doing that. I
oh,
love
it's
doing
so
that.
bad.
It's
Like
so
we
fun.
do it all the time.
Yeah.
Especially like dinners. Like, do you know when we're in like a restaurant where I was like,
Oh
are they?
are they a couple? What's the situation?
It's like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, I love doing that. Yeah, making up our own scenarios.
And then when they leave, we're like, blah, blah, blah.
yeah, just dissect the whole situation. Like, yeah.
We actually have a few funny stories about.
Yeah, when we were talking, when I was thinking about the sauna, it actually got me thinking. Sorry, it's actually so funny. Remember that time we were at a session?
Okay,
so we were at a session one time, okay, and. We were at a session, and in the house, there was a sauna in the house, okay, and
I love how everybody's gonna know whose house that is.
If everyone knows who this is,
there's only one house with a sauna in
that we would go back to. Like, so this house has a sauna in it, and Abby was seeing this guy's brother at the time, okay?
No, yeah.
And I really hope they don't listen to this. So Abby was seeing this guy's brother at the time. Actually, sorry, you tell the story. Let you tell the story.
Yeah, but you were there as well.
And I was there, and I was like, I can't believe this is happening.
No,
right
yeah, because I was looking.
you were like kicking me.
Yeah, I need to explain. Sorry. So we were in a session, like at and afters, and I was seeing a guy at the time. And he actually went home. So I was still sitting there and we were all talking to like all our friends sitting around this big table, and his brother was there. And now like when we're out in Scaries, all our friends have siblings that are all kind of around our age. So we're always out with their siblings.
Together. Like, it doesn't really matter what age you are.
No.
We're always just
if you're sound, you're sound
type thing, yeah.
So he, the guy I was seeing went home, and his brother was sitting beside me talking to me like just normally chatting away, blah, blah, blah. And then next thing he goes, oh, do you see there's a sauna in the bathroom? And I was like, oh yeah, like I've been in this house loads of times. Yeah, I know it's there. And he's like, have you ever had sex in a sauna? And I was like, no. And then he was like, well, would you like to? And I was like,
But he being dead serious.
And I was like, what? Serious. And he was like, you know what I said? Like, do you want to have sex in the sauna with me?
Yeah,
and I was like,
have sex in the sauna.
I was literally like, I'm seeing your brother.
I was literally shagging your brother the other night. Like,
I was kicking Ruby under the table, being like, look what's going on. I was like trying to get her attention. And she was like, what is going on over there? My face, remember my face?
Your face dropped, and then we actually went to the bathroom, and you're like, you're not going to believe what.
I like kicked her, and I was like, toilet now. Toilet. Ran in there. His brother literally just went home 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, because like, the two brothers were there.
They knew that I was seeing him as well, like, because I've been in the house when the brother was there. Like, we've had sessions in his house. So like the fact he asked me, and then I was just like, oh my God, how, like, I can't believe the balls on that. Imagine your sibling.
So funny.
Imagine your sibling doing that to you.
I know, that is just hilarious.
You probably wouldn't care because he didn't like me.
No, I don't think he would care. It's just funny that he actually like asked that, like, especially.
Isn't it mad? But at least I have never had sex in a sauna, unlike some people over here. Never take recommendations from Ruby what sauna to go to, because she's probably shagged in it.
No, this is as if like I'm like a serial like sauna sexer shagger person. I'm literally not. I've literally had sex in the sauna one time. Okay, basically we were.
When she told the girls and I this, we actually
the girls died. I thought they would think it was funny, but they actually kind of looked at me in disgust. I thought it was going to be a funny story. They're kind of like, ew, Ruby.
Sweaty sex in the sauna.
Yeah, one time I was in a sauna and we ended up having the whole pod or the whole barrel thing. What do you call the thing?
Thank God they were by themselves.
To ourselves.
Yeah.
And obviously you have it there by yourself.
I love how she says obviously.
Like, yeah.
And then the girls
hopped on top and
oh my God.
But yeah, obviously I had to like tick that one off the list. I've never had sex in the sauna. I'm not going to say I'm going to do it again, but
Ruby
I
goes
did do
to
that
us like, because we were like, Ruby, it's literally glass at the end of it. And she was like, yeah, but you can't see in or out or like whatever. And the next time we were there, we were like, Rob's going to check this. I was like, Ruby, you can see right in. Like, there's no chance if people walk by, you 100% saw them having sex. So unlucky for whoever saw that.
Lucky people. Scarred for life.
I can't believe. And then we were like, we were kind of turned off going to that sauna for a while. We think we can't ever go back.
Oh, it's fine. All the bacteria would have been killed because it's so hot in there.
I love how she's thinking that way.
No, seriously though. But yeah, no, it's just one to take off the list.
Yeah.
I was like thinking we've actually kind of been in
uncomfortable
kind of sexual positions before. That kind of like made
situations.
me think
Positions. That too
though. No, I was thinking about like the other times, like another session story. One time we were at a session and like I don't know whatever time it was, okay, and I actually wasn't in the room. But Abby was in the room with this guy and this other guy.
No.
And they're just,
guys, this was so bad.
This, like, if there wasn't video evidence of this, you wouldn't believe this happened.
No,
I swear.
That's why I recorded it,
because
I knew people wouldn't believe me.
No,
like I
it was
knew,
insane.
I knew like people would be like, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
You're over exaggerating. So obviously I recorded and took photo. But basically, I was lying in this bed, like we were at a session. It was just we were all over the
house. You know,
house.
you just have like the DMCs in a room in bed. Like,
So like I was sitting on the bed, and there's a few people sitting there, and I obviously was just talking absolute crap to like everyone there. And next thing, this guy who I don't know, like I'm not friends with him. We're not friends with him. He's a few years older than us. Like
also bear in mind, he's very quiet. Like he says fuck all. He says fuck all.
Didn't speak. Basically, I'm sitting there with my legs on the bed, and he's sitting at the end of at the end of the bed, and I have my shoes and socks on. And next thing, he just like takes off my shoe, and I was like, "What the fuck is this guy doing at the end of the bed?"
He says nothing though.
Says nothing. I also say nothing, because I'm just sitting there like, what is going on? And I was kind of intrigued to see what the fuck was going on. Yeah. So then he took off my shoe, and he's kind of like playing with my foot, whatever. I actually kind of like my foot being played with, so I kind of let it happen. Anyways, anything for a bit of physical touch.
She was desperate at the time.
Yeah, I was. But so then he's playing with my foot, and I was like, whatever, still talking away to the guy beside me. And next thing, he gets my sock and takes off my sock. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? So this is when I got out the camera, because I was like, people aren't going to believe this. Like, people are going to be like, you're actually talking shit. Next thing, he starts massaging my foot. Next thing, he starts deep throating my toe. Like, big toe
in the mouth, in the gob.
Like, proper licking my whole toe.
Like, sucking it. Sucking the toe.
And I actually... I couldn't say anything. I actually couldn't say anything. I just let it happen. Like I was a victim.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
I was a victim of toe rape. Yeah, toe rape. Like I actually, like it was.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, oh, so obviously I took a photo and a video, but I refused to send that video or photo anywhere, because I actually felt like
feel bad. And like also, he was obviously, you're such a nice person.
Thank you.
Obviously, like you're on a session, he was probably fucked up. He was probably like, what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, like it's fair. He probably has more of the fear than I do.
He obviously had the fear of God. He sucked your toe, like, and didn't even ask for permission.
I didn't even know his name.
No.
I didn't even know his name at the point. Like I didn't know this guy.
And I remember when Abby came out and told me, and she was like, you're not going to believe what just happened. She showed me the video, and I was like, what the fuck am I just watching? He literally holding it like that.
Like, yeah, no, it was.
That's what he was doing.
There was sound. Like, that's how sloppy it was. It was.
No, I'm trying to think. There was other things, situations.
No.
Where I was just like, oh yeah, remember when we were in Vietnam? I think Vietnam, and we were getting massages. Me and Abby. We were
Vietnam. We were flat out getting massages.
Love getting the massages. They're so cheap and they're actually really good. So me and Abby went in and we were getting a massage, and we were in the same room. And you walked in, this woman like let us in, blah blah blah. And we were like facing face down, so you obviously couldn't see who's on your back. So yeah, we take off our tops and everything lying there, and they're like rubbing. I don't know. I think it's oil. Yeah, they rub the oil massage on, and
that goes on for like 30 minutes. It's proper, like you're like kind of snoozy, like you're not.
It was really nice.
Paying attention, not paying attention. And then they asked us to turn over at the same time. I turned over, and as we turned over, guys, standing on top of me was this like 12-year-old boy.
It was a boy
massaging my tits. Like I
turned. It was this woman was like massaging me. I was like, yeah, great. And I look over, and there's this a little boy on top of Abby, like having the time of his life.
Like he's just smiling, rubbing my tits, and I was like,
because when they massage like your chest and all here, like so. Like kind of like, obviously I don't have boobs, but they push down on like your chest area where I should have boobs, and this boy was obviously just like massaging them, and like
I just looked at Ruby and I was like,
I looked at Abby and I was like, no way.
We couldn't stop laughing.
It was so funny. We actually laughed about it for so long.
But he was straddled over me, like, so he was standing over me, like in like a squat position.
Yeah, they squat over your back when
guys,
they're rubbing it in.
I'll never forget the time. And like the fact, like, we only saw the woman there when she let us in. So like
she
that's
let
all
us
we
in,
saw.
and then he lay down flat, and then he obviously came in after, and then it was obviously a mother and son or something. I don't know what the whole situation was. Keep it in the family, family business. But yeah, it was so funny.
Oh no, like this is what happens to us all the time.
I end up in these like weird situations. Like sometimes you just look at you like, how did we end up like this again?
Like, and that's why I'm chronically on my phone, anyways. So I always take photos or like evidence, because I know people are gonna be like, you can't have this many stories, that aren't like bullshit.
Like, how is this not bullshit? Like, I actually have a thing in my notes called outrageous stories, and it's just a list, like, just I just title all of our like outrageous memories together,
and there's
so there's actually a lot, because we'd forget about them if we didn't.
No, you would, because something will spark a memory. Like,
I remember that one.
Yeah, like it's actually outrageous how many outrageous things happen to us.
I know,
but I'll never forget seeing that little
boy. I'd say he'll never forget the day he got to do that to you.
No, and I obviously didn't kiss anyone in Australia for a year. So
that was your first time being touched
in a year and a half.
In a year and a half, honestly. Yeah.
Back with a bag.
Back with a bag.
I was scarred for another year then.
Sometimes I was thinking, like, in situations like that, it kind of is easier to just, I know it sounds bad, but just let it happen, as opposed to like,
you're telling me.
Yeah, just let it happen. Because sometimes I even thinking like, there's so many times like when we were younger and this absolute munter of a lad is trying to kiss you, or like they won't leave you alone, they won't get like, they're like, oh, like whatever, trying to kiss you when you're like a teenage disc or whatever, or whatever. And it's just actually easier sometimes to just kiss them and then they'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
It's just like stuff like that.
Yeah, I've definitely kissed people that I don't want to kiss just to get.
Oh my god, I've definitely.
It's probably not the right thing to say.
No, it's not the right thing to say. It's not the right thing to do either. But you actually, some boys and stuff can be so persistent. Sometimes you're just like, oh.
Sometimes, yeah, it's just oh, no, not even like. Even just not even persistence, but like you get yourself like you end up back in their house or you're something and you're like, well, I'm here now. I kind of have to.
It's just rotten. Like,
it's horrible, isn't it?
Horrible.
Like it actually freaks me out. Like it should not happen, but especially past like when we were younger.
Oh no,
we used to go drinking, and like when you used to be like pissing the fields and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like you just.
I think it is a real like young thing, especially you know when like you're younger and you're drinking and like the older lads.
Oh yeah,
and you're like,
God, how much did you do to impress older boys? It was actually
so pathetic,
disgusting.
So pathetic.
Girls and I used to do laps around the sexies, is what we used to call them. In school, we used to do laps around them like all the time, and they used to always just like say stuff to us on the laps.
They used to make a thing called the YM rugby team.
Oh my god!
They used to like put like YMs are young Watts. I don't know. I'm sure that's a common thing.
Yeah,
and they used to like make a rugby team out of all of us, all the people who they like classified as YMs.
They did young Mots or YMs versus what was the older Mots?
I can't remember.
OMs. So YMs versus the old
Used to like OMs,
and they did like a team, like
did like a team layout
of who would like playing each other, and like who would
stuff like that,
win
like,
and stuff like that. Like school,
the school was fucking. There was this thing. Remember when we in school the Yik Yak came out?
Oh my god,
that tore people apart like that.
We got abused, like
abused
badly. It was so funny though. Because
looking back at it now, it's hilarious. But at the time,
oh my god, it was so bad, and all the teachers got abused as well.
Yeah, everyone got abused.
Terrible.
Yeah,
I can't believe things like Ask FM.
Like, I don't think you have stuff like that anymore.
You don't.
Well, thank God. Yeah, thank God you don't, because it was actually really bad.
So many people got bullied and stuff like that.
People did get
really,
bullied.
really bad.
Yeah, it was really bad.
But it was mad. I feel like in school you just think your whole life mattered. Like it's such a big.
It's so insignificant now.
Yeah.
But at the time you're like, this is a massive deal.
Yeah. I was actually remember you were saying that in. I said that in Nice. I was like, remember if like if someone's nude got out of school, that like you'd actually think your life was over.
Yeah,
but now if a nude got out, and if I looked good, I'd be like, yes, that's me.
We were having this conversation in Nice, and you're like, what would you do like when your nudes got out? Like, and we were like, to be honest, like,
if I look good,
own it, I guess if I owned it, if I looked good, I'd just pretend to be like, yeah, that was me.
And if I look bad,
I'd say it was AI.
100%.
I'd be like, no, that's AI, because AI is so realistic nowadays. It kills me every time.
I hate it.
It kills me so often.
The bear, the old one with the bear.
Yes, that got me so good.
He's come back here for 8 seasons or something.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. I was like, nature and everything. That's just so cool. Obviously,
it actually pisses me off.
Me. Then I love that,
especially for my TikTok being like my news source.
Yeah,
it really throws me off.
Nowadays. No. And then even with the bunnies on the trampoline, that also got me. Yeah. And then do you know that I don't know if you saw this video. It was like your one that's going for president, and then everyone was like, is this AI? Because it was actually the most ridiculous.
The one,
when she was like doing all the sports stuff. Yeah,
I saw that.
This is surely AI.
Oh God. There's only 2 people going for presidency now.
Honestly, I am not the best person to talk about this. I have no idea about certain things like this, especially with the president. Not that they do nothing, but technically, yes, they kind of do nothing. If it was the Taoiseach, I'd probably be more engaged with the whole thing.
Very confusing, overwhelming, isn't it?
Yes. We're very busy girls.
Very busy. I will vote.
Yes, I will vote, but yeah.
I'll be asking the girls.
I'll be asking ChatGPT. Who should I vote?
We actually were thinking, like, when we were talking about like all the different sex places. We decided to look up a list.
Yeah, there's a list.
Like the most common.
Most common public places to have sex, and I'm going to ask you, have you done these?
Lovely.
Okay, so
perfect.
At a concert or at a festival, I think this is really common, but I actually haven't.
You never.
No.
Ruby, shut up.
I know.
Ruby,
Shocking.
you've been at...
I basically lived at a festival. I lived at festivals.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
No, I've never.
No.
Never had penetration
Like
in a
Oh my god.
no, never like had that in a festival. Like in a tent,
wild.
nothing. I've never had tent sex or anything like that.
That just shows you how fucked up she gets at festivals.
No, but literally never.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Now I did have sex in a Portaloo one time, I think.
Oh my god.
Did I? No, I think I did, yeah.
Where?
In Germany.
Why?
At a festival in Germany one time. Why? I don't know.
Okay.
It's just
Okay,
it's another
girl.
one to tick off the list, like sex in the sauna, I guess. But yeah, no, I've never had.
be on my list of one places I want to have sex.
Yeah, well, some people like to have sex in tractors.
Okay. Not me.
Farmer bags.
Don't know what you're talking about. I'm innocent. Innocent until guilty.
Another one is in a car. Obviously, I had sex in a car.
Foggy windows.
Yeah, Abby was the creator of Foggy Windows.
Thank you. My mom
in a
better not listen to this, I'll actually die.
Yeah, sorry, Maura. If you do listen to this, please don't. In a public restroom, like in a public toilet.
No.
No, I never have. But that was the third most common place for people to have sex.
Really?
Yeah. On a ferry.
No, I've never been on. Oh no, I have been on.
Yeah, but I've never had sex on a ferry. No, I'm not into boats.
You'd be getting seasick.
I'd be getting seasick. Yeah, at the movies in the cinema.
No,
I've never had sex.
no.
No.
You've done bits though. Obviously,
Yeah,
from that answer, like straight, you can just tell.
I was hungry. At the beach.
No.
Okay.
God, I'm so innocent, aren't I?
Yeah, I have had sex at the beach.
It's not get sandy though.
I just on a rock.
Is that comfy?
I don't really remember.
Okay, yeah.
Ages ago.
Yeah, fair.
In a parking garage. So I have in brackets here around the head. So I think it's kind of maybe just like a place like.
Oh, like
say if you're parking at like Lidl. Not that I've ever had sex with Lidl. But I mean, like saying like super value car.
a place that like people would be at.
Yeah, kind of like public place. Like I know a lot of people have sex up at like Hout Head.
Oh yeah.
And then like say
so romantic, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually quite one in nature. I know one here would be the head. Now I've never done any bits or anything up at the head.
Really? That's so weird for you.
Yeah. No, never.
God.
I'm in an elevator. No.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, actually.
That's so ballsy.
I know, isn't it?
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
ballsy. No, I've never done that. Yeah.
I hate thinking about this.
In a barn or farmhouse. No, because we're not farmers, contrary to popular belief.
Thank God.
A lot of people say because we're from Skerries that we're like boggers.
Cold cheese.
We're still part of Dublin. I know.
Yeah.
Surprise,
Thank
surprise.
God.
And then on an airplane.
No,
I've never had sex on an airplane.
No, I saw when Ben Williams had that.
What's
private
that
jet.
called again?
What? Mile High.
Mile, yeah, that's
High
what it's called.
Club.
Yeah, Mile High. Yeah, no, I'm not part of the Mile High Club.
No.
Yeah.
I saw when he did, he had a private jet, he had like a proper bed in it. I was like, that's mad.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Sex in the air.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
You have a bed.
Obviously, if you had a bed, obviously,
Yeah.
you have sex in the air. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're thriving.
They are thriving, yeah.
Yeah.
They're so hot,
Yeah,
both of
yeah,
them, to be
yeah.
fair.
I love them as a couple.
Yeah. God,
Yeah.
that's mad that like, what was the third one?
The third one was, so the most common one was at a concert at a festival. Then
Is that because you're there for so many days so you kind of have to?
you have, yeah, you can especially with tents and stuff like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gross.
It's just gross though, because like I used to not shower at a festival, but now I do shower at a festival. So like, but if you hadn't showered and you're having sex,
Yeah, I only started
disgusting.
my first shower at a festival was
Do you
all
have a
together now.
shower?
Yeah, it's first time this year. Yeah,
wow.
that was my first shower this year.
Yeah.
In general. Yeah, no, I used to never, but because when you're glamping, at least
Yeah, it's
glamping cute.
yeah.
I will never
Oh,
ever.
speaking of, yeah, and I've always been in Gen Pop.
Yeah, not me.
Like, sorry, not you. I've always been in Gen Pop.
Don't bring me down
last
with you.
year. Last year, or the Altogether Now Just Gone was my first time ever being in a glamping campsite, and oh my god, I will never go back. It is so worth the money.
It is worth the money.
I will never ever go back.
No.
Go back to Gen Pop. It's just.
You just have your own like area, like because there's stalls and everything in there.
Yeah, it's just so handy. And it's the fact you can charge your phone. You arrive, your tent's pre-pitched. You have a blow-up mattress, towels, everything's
Duvet.
just so handy. It's so nice.
Yeah, I'll never go back, to be honest.
No.
I like that's what kind of scares me at Glastonbury or something, like it's just too big and like
You'd have to glamp.
no,
If you
that's
were
why I
doing
like All
Glastonbury,
Together Now. All Together Now is my favourite festival
same.
out of all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really,
Forbidden
really
Fruit
nice.
first and then All Together next.
If been for probably the day one, yeah.
Because I like the day festival. Of
Yeah, the
Forbidden
day
Fruit.
festivals are fun. And
I don't. I never care who's playing.
Oh no, I never.
Ever.
In fairness, like for me personally, like the forbidden fruit lineup is never my cup of tea.
No.
But I just go for the day out because it's always a fun day.
Yeah, it is. I just love standing on that hill when
The same with all together now. Like I know last year the lineup was a lot better, but usually like there's a lot of random ass acts.
Yeah.
And like people just go because it's a good vibe.
Yeah, it is.
It's
so
a really
chill.
good weekend. It's a really nice vibe.
And the fact
Really
it's
nice
21s.
crowd there. 21s makes all the difference. Yeah,
Does.
yeah.
I think more places should be 21s.
Yeah. Make more places 21s.
And I used to hate that when I was younger.
When we were
Oh
It's
my
like,
god.
Why is it 21s? I'm 18 now. I should be able to do
I
more.
understand it now though. When you're out, you're like,
Yeah, you're like,
whoa.
I don't want to be around all these kids.
Yeah. Especially being 25.
Yeah, being 25, very old now. Very old.
So you're 26 soon?
I'm 26. I'm 26 in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks. I know. I always feel like I'm so much older than you, but I'm actually only 2 months older than you.
I know. It's because it's 99.
It feels like because you're in the new year,
Yeah.
it feels like I'm so much older than you.
and it takes so long to get there.
It feels like, because
it goes on.
Yeah, December takes ages and everything.
Yeah.
as well, so.
November goes drags, like to be fair, because we have so much going
We
on.
do so much in November. Yeah.
But like crazy.
Yeah. Guys, you're actually just before we started recording the podcast, I can't believe I forgot to talk about this when we were talking about the toe sucking story. But, so obviously the guy that used to buy our feet content listened to our podcast, okay? But he messaged me today, sent me a message on WhatsApp, and I'm going to read it out. He goes, "Hi Ruby, sorry I had to message as I often go on Spotify to find feet related podcasts." So then obviously the title of one of our episodes was something about the rise of foot fetishes. So obviously if you typed in like feet related podcasts, that would come up. And I came across the one of you and Abby did talking about all the content you guys did years ago. Just wanted to say it brought me back. Haha.
He fully admitted that he listens to Foot Fetishes podcast. First of all, that's the weirdest part of it all.
That is crazy.
He listened to the whole podcast and then texted her.
Decided to text me and
On WhatsApp.
I replied crying, and he goes, "So funny, I actually laughed during it but was also a bit paranoid someone else might have worked out who I was, but I think I'm safe."
What the fuck, guys?
That is
balls on him.
He is
to text.
crazy texting me that. Like that
I
is
actually
so
thought someone
funny.
died and Marie was like,
Because
looking at her
I
phone.
got the notification and I was like, oh my god.
She was
I
screaming
like,
at her phone.
Oh
I was
my
like,
god.
what?
No way. And because I haven't heard from him in months, like months, like ages. But yeah, I can
He
tell.
listened to the full
Listened to the
episode.
podcast. But guys, first of all, I didn't even know like there was like foot fetish related podcasts.
How? I don't get it. Because like, do you
I
not
don't
look
get
at
it. Like,
foot?
do you not look
Foots?
look at foots?
Yeah, look at feet.
to get off on them. Like,
So he's obviously listening to. We should actually, for research purposes,
Yes,
we should actually listen to like what you would find and see what.
Let me look up
what it would
foot
be.
fetish.
Guys. I just can't believe he admitted that that's what he does on Spotify.
Like I didn't know that was a thing. Oh my god, there's so many.
Is there?
So many. A beginner's guide to foot fetish. Everything you need to know about foot fetishes.
Are we allowed to play
fetishes.
Are you allowed to play other podcasts on podcasts?
Yeah. Season 1, episode 1, foot fetishes and toe sucking.
Oh god.
What is this? Let's listen.
I just mouth open, door open, like
You were 9. Are you not traumatized?
that is my experience of toe sucking. So to me, like, I don't know, was she like, I'm now right as an adult, and I've often pondered over it. Like, was Josie getting pleasure from him sucking the toes? Like, is it a pleasure?
That is mad. That is mad that was an actual. Oh, this pod is obviously all about like fetishes or something. Because there's
they're talking about
threesomes,
all
sugar daddies, OnlyFans, Bilbo the dildo, sexy Pikachu.
Sexy Pikachu.
Oh wow. Okay.
I wonder what it feels like to have a fetish.
I thought you were gonna say your toe sucked, and I was like,
No, I know what that feels like.
Yeah, I know. Because
like-
there is some crazy fetishes out there.
Yeah.
I know foot fetish is the most common.
Is it?
Yeah, the foot fetish is the most common. fetish.
Really?
Yeah. But there's all these mad ones, like people like obviously like to be pissed on. That's one.
We have a story of someone getting.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about that. So basically, I used to get my hair done by this guy. And he was a little bit nuts. And
Oh my god! If he heard that, he'd actually be fucking off the walls. now.
yeah, no, he was a little bit nuts. But I got on really well with him. Okay, he was like nuts, but like I got on well with him. And he was telling me this
Because
story.
Ruby's also
Because
nuts.
I think I come across really normal.
No, you don't.
Do I not? Okay.
You don't. No, you don't at all.
I always say to the girls, do I not come across like innocent?
No, and Ruby
I
thinks,
think I
we always
do.
say she's so vulgar and she's so taken back when she says that.
I'm not as vulgar as people make me out to be.
You are so vulgar.
I'm not, anyway. Anyway, so he was telling me the story one time because I don't know. Oh yeah, it was actually because I was telling him about the feet fetish thing, and we were selling our feet pics at the time, and he's like, oh well, I have like basically a story like this, and I was like, oh, tell me. And he's like, he's like, you're from Scaries, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, there was actually this man in Scaries that reached out to me before. He must have been on this website. I don't remember. It was ages ago, so I don't remember the whole story. But basically, he's like, he reached out to me and said he would pay me to come down to the house and piss on him. Okay, and I was like, you're joking. Sorry, that was disgusting. I'm kind of blocked up at the moment. Sorry, let me snot up my nose. Okay, sorry. So he said, if you come down to the house and piss on me, I think he paid him €250 to come down to the house and piss on him. And I was like, that can't be real. And I was like, what was the house? And he told me the house.
Yeah, we know where it is.
The address, the house, and everything. I looked it up, and I was like, no way. I actually don't know who lives in the house, so I was never able to put a face to the name.
Thank God.
But, yeah, thank God, because I probably think of them differently. But yeah, I think they lived in the house by themselves, and they paid him to come down and piss on him. So this hairdresser.
Wait, did the hairdresser piss on him, or did he get pissed on?
No, the hairdresser pissed on him. Like he paid someone to come down and piss on him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good deal for the hairdresser, because like,
oh my God, you literally got 250 quid for a week.
Guys, I wouldn't be able to pee. I'd get stage fright.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
shit, I can't pee. No. That's why 250 gone.
Yeah, like that is crazy. And I was like, that is crazy that people actually have like, that's a fetish for something.
Yeah, it's crazy that people pay people to do stuff like that.
And also I've dabbled in Findom.
Yeah,
like, so I've dabbled in like it's called financial domination, they call Findom. So basically, like people,
she abbreviates it because she's so down with it.
No, I mean that's because I didn't know what Findom meant.
Yeah,
and then I looked it up as like financial domination. I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. So basically, you are paid to be really rude to people, or like kind of humiliate people. It's like kind of like a humiliation kink. And so sometimes like this guy had reached out to me before about being my pay pig, and so I used to tell him like how worthless he was, how much of a loser he was. I'd say, you are worthless, you better pay me my money, you need to worship me for living, and all this stuff. So I used to basically just like act this as this like stuck up like snobby goddess.
What did they get out of that though? I don't understand.
It's like a humiliation kink, which I also think is a really strange kink, and I think that must link back to some form of childhood trauma. That has to be like something like, there's no way you just enjoy being humiliated. It has to be something like you were, I don't know what it is. But
it's kind of sad.
No, it is sad. Like, and he would ask me to like abuse him basically, which is kind of weird. And
then you get paid for it.
They send you money to be like, for abusing them. Or some people want you to give them really weird tasks. I remember when Julia Halbanol used to do that.
Yeah,
she used to post about it all the time. Like people would pay her to like even like wear clothes and send them back to her, or like pay her for the packages. They're like, okay, if you order these clothes, will you send me back like the empty packet? Some men have such weird kinks. It's actually bizarre.
I'd love to know the.
Remember one where they shot? They had to
in Dubai.
Yeah, that was another one. But I think Julia had one where they either had to go anyway, something like that. It was asking them to do really weird
I remember
tasks, and they get off on it.
The whole Dubai thing came out.
That Dubai
all
thing,
the influencers going to Dubai or something.
That was fucking mad. Dubai.
I remember watching that video. It was actually
I watched the video.
That
was scarring. Like,
that was I actually can see it right now. Thinking about it, it's horrible.
Oh my God, ew.
That's what I hate about Twitter, where you can see like everything like that. I don't like that.
Which is probably like the shittest part about it. Like, gross. But that was absolutely disgusting. Dubai, like when you go, like I actually don't like Dubai. I have no interest in it. But when we went, like it's fine. But it's a really kind of like fake. It's really like it's just
it's fake.
It's just a fake place. But then
fake.
but it seems so glam, and then you see all this like you hear all these like underworld stories of Dubai, like all like the kind of like dark side to Dubai, and it's fucked.
Oh, I think it's really dark.
It's really dark.
I didn't
really, really scary.
I don't feel like, actually no, to be fair, when I went by myself, I felt really safe because I like felt like, because I was able to walk around and like I didn't feel like I was gonna get kidnapped or anything.
I get that. But I think
it's the
longer you're there, you probably like get into like I don't know you probably did see different sides to it, because we were only there in like holiday mode,
and also depends who you're with, because we were with some people and we were like, okay, I don't want to be here.
Time to go. But,
they were asking us to go to like mad sessions and stuff. I was like, I am not getting arrested in Dubai. Thank you very much.
You locked up for life.
No, literally. Probably would have been better than Australia.
At least we would have been skinny. But that was when we went to the Rage Around.
Let's do Rage Around.
Okay, so Abs, what was your Rage Around?
Okay, my Rage Around is people who work in the post office are the rudest people I've ever come across in my life. I don't know if it's just our post office, but they are actually just like so cold. They're so rude. They're never happy. They hate their job, but like they've been in it for years. Like if you really hate your life and hate your job, would you not make a change for everyone's sake? They're actually like, you asked them for sellotape one time, and they
used to have like they have like the parcels. They used to have a sellotape,
like a pen and stuff.
You know the one thing, the pen tied to the wall,
just so you don't fucking rob the pen.
Rob the pen, and like sellotape, so you could like put over your thing, and it was gone. And I was like, oh, do you have any sellotape? And it was actually as if like I asked them like. Like, it's the most outrageous question in the world. Like they were so like cold about it, so unhelpful, and they was like, no, they
told you to go buy it in the shop.
They told me to go and buy some, and I was like, oh, there used to be sellotape there, and they're like, it's not there anymore.
And even like one time, I like was dropping a package down, and instead of doing the slip online, like I just wrote the address on it and gave it to them to send it. They're like, you can do this online. I was like, it's your fucking job. Well, like no, like why do I have to take time out of my day to go and do it when you are literally getting paid to do it?
Exactly.
And I actually put it up on like my close friend story, and the amount of people, I don't know if it's just the one in Scaries, fuck them, the one in Scaries, but like everyone replied back being like, they are the grumpiest people there. A girl our age who we went to school with actually joined, and she was so nice. So like
when she worked there, she slayed the post office. She was so good. I used to love when I used to go, like, I was going to post something, and I'd see her.
Go get your dole offer.
Yeah, when I was on the dole, I used to collect my dole offer, and so I loved just seeing her at the post office. She was actually really nice. She was real chatty, and I was like, yeah, that's grand. There's one girl that works.
The dark haired one.
Yes, she works at the post office. She's actually lovely.
She's not there all the time.
She's not there all the time, but she's lovely.
The main two that are there all the time. And actually, if you go and look, I don't care. I actually don't care. They've never been nice to me.
They are very rude.
And every time I go on to, or like people told me then to go on to reviews, they get slated on the reviews.
I've never seen that.
They get like slated.
It's not just us. This is a known thing.
They're actually
horrible,
rude little fuckers. So that's my rage rant. If you aren't happy in your job and you're making it bad for everybody else around you, move jobs. Like change careers.
Stop bringing down the vibes.
Yeah, and like that shop is a lovely shop.
It's a lovely shop, and you've lovely little people coming up to you every day.
And everyone in Scaries is lovely. Like they don't. It's not like they deal with nasty people.
No.
Like they're dealing with like nice people that are going in to post off little things, and they're just rude people.
I remember mine. So my rage around of the week was when I had to sit in loads of traffic. So traffic really, really annoys me, basically. So on the way home, especially on the way home from town, okay? So from where my boyfriend lives, he lives in Ringsend. So it's actually not a bad drive at all to go from Ringsend to Scaries, because you just go through the Port Tunnel. It took me 28 minutes to get from his house to the Port Tunnel.
Did it?
That's how long it took. Like,
why?
That's how bad the traffic is. If I leave any time from his house, like after like 3 o'clock,
yeah,
on the Shammoor Road, it is like chock.
You might as well just wait till like 8.
You're better off waiting, because you're literally sitting there. It's usually about a 40-ish minute journey, like, and it took me almost 2 hours to get home. So stuff like that actually annoys me. And then when I saw the video that like traffic is actually like man-made thing, it's not like
I saw this thing on TikTok. I sent that one.
Yeah, you sent that to me, and I was like,
a circle, and like it was like saying how traffic stops when one person brakes, and it's a knock-on.
It's a knock-on effect,
so
and
it's not actually
because there's too many cars on the road. Just because one person has is driving badly.
Yeah,
they're just like braking for no reason, or braking too
suddenly and stuff. It knocks it all on.
Or like they're driving too slow, or they're not keeping up with like anything.
Yeah.
So
the flow.
If
they ruin the flow,
they're fucking up the flow, basically. And that's when I realized, I was like, so this is actually all just because people are shit drivers, and this could all be avoided. And that's all I could think about in my head.
You're actually better off.
I wish I didn't know that, because I just thought it was because there's too many cars on the road.
Katie was telling me that she was in traffic the other day, and she was like, Katie is like a little bit of road rage on her, like
Katie.
So she was driving, and she was stuck in like traffic a while, and she couldn't get home, and she was like up the walls, and she was like calling her dad, and she's like, Dad, I'm gonna leave my car in town, I'm gonna train home. She's like screaming at him, and her dad was like, you're not leaving. Like, she was in a Dodge place in town.
Katie's a diva.
Oh, she's such a diva. Katie, her dad was like, you are not leaving that car in town. Like, you're literally in the dodgy place right now. Like, don't do that. And she's like, screaming at him.
Like, Katie's so funny. Katie's such a drama queen in situations like that. Like, she's so gas.
No, traffic is the worst.
Traffic does send you, especially when you know like how short the journey is.
That's why I used to, like when I was in Pats in college, I used to go in at 8 p.m, study till 2 a.m, and drive home because I'd miss traffic on either end. I couldn't go in in the mornings in that traffic or come home. Oh my god, the whole road up to Drumcondra.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But Pats is even worse.
Yeah, Pats is worse. Yeah,
it's actually horrible.
Yeah, no, the Whitehall Drumcondra area is it's just anywhere in Dublin really around peak time. It's just really, really
And then
bad.
why is there one ways, a new one way every single time I go into town.
I hate driving in town.
It's horrible. Like, it's so annoying. Yeah. But then I also love just getting in my car and driving home whenever I want to. So, you know what? I know. Because like Emma and I were going to get the train in, and then we were like, no, when we're done, I just want to be done. I'm home. I don't want to look it up for train times and have to get a train time. So.
Yeah, especially because the trains to Skerries aren't that frequent.
No.
So, yeah.
We need a dart.
Yeah, we need
someone
dart.
Get us a dart?
Can someone extend the dart line out to Skerries, please?
Please, I feel like it's
no, it's well overdue because it goes to Malahide. You may as well bring it to Skerries.
There's a lot of tourism coming in now from us.
Putting Skerries on the map. Do you know that page, Skerries Muse?
Yeah.
Oh
my god, guys, there is this page in Skerries that, like, okay, first of all, there's Skerries News is a thing in Skerries, like, so it just obviously shows all the local news and blah blah blah. But a page on Instagram has actually been made called Skerries Muse. And it's basically like, what you say, Waterford Whispers.
It's basically like a piss take of
everything.
You know, like, of everything.
Everyone in Skerries and like everything in Skerries. Obviously, we are culprits.
Yeah, if
victims.
Me and Abby always say, like, if you hated us, I'd love to hate us because we give you so much content.
So much content
to just talk about and like hate us over. And we have done some very like cringy things that like it would be so easy to like rip the piss out of us.
And we're also omitting a lot of cringy things on this podcast.
So
we give you so much content.
Yeah, exactly. But basically, this page had put up. I actually don't know if they deleted it because I'm just checking it here if they deleted it or if it was on their story. But I think it was an actual post.
It was actual post.
Yeah, they deleted it, but it was. They put up a post and it said Calmness Archives, obviously taking the pitch out of Outrage Archives, and they're like, "Hey, Calmers, like a new podcast, blah blah blah." But I had actually replied to them. It was only when we said, I wrote back to them. It was only when we said something about putting Skerries on the map that they said this. They said, "Thank you for the likes. I liked it. Much appreciated. Keep doing great work and putting Skerries on the map."
I wonder who
good
it
job.
is.
Hashtag hashtag listen. Hashtag fun. And I said yes, sir. And they said hashtag next guest. Okay.
Ooh.
And I said reveal yourself, and they just liked it. I was like, reveal yourself.
I wonder who it is though, because they put up something else as well, but taking the piss out of us. They did something else, and I was like,
I said,
they're gonna take the piss out of us the whole time. So I kind of love it though.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I actually, one of our friends, I like didn't know, obviously I talk about Skerries a lot, and one of the lads probably back being like, stop talking about Skerries, so we're gonna have so much tourism.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry. He was like, you literally give, because I was obviously I always take the piss saying you need a passport to get in, or you should need a passport to get into Skerries.
Yeah.
And he was like, you were literally moaning saying you need a passport into Skerries, and now you keep talking about it. I'm like, sorry. So yeah.
But guys, I think that's everything we have for today. As always, Ragers15 gets you 15% off Bound Apparel. And please send us in any of your embarrassing sex stories or your dilemmas or any Rager rants.
We'll keep them anonymous.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
We'll keep them anonymous, but we love to discuss some of them next week in our Rager rant section. So it's just I was going to say the Bound Apparel.
We have a lot going on. We actually have a shoot this weekend.
Yeah, we have a shoot this Friday.
Oh, yeah, Friday. Yeah, shoot on Friday and
we're doing all the CVs at the moment. So yeah. Oh yeah, sorry.
This is what we're shooting on Friday.
Oh, we're shooting them. Oh my god, I didn't realise we were shooting them.
This is what we're shooting on Friday.
And all the new trackies.
Yeah, can't wait. So
so please send those dilemmas to outragearchives@gmail.com, not the Ben Pearl email.
No. Yeah. And we're also in the mix of hiring.
Oh yeah, sorry. We're also in the mix of hiring a new person for the Bound team, which we have got so many applicants for.
So many.
It's over 100 now, which is insane. So
if you want to join us,
please send to boundapparelorders@gmail.com.
Yeah, send us a little portfolio or Canva or like please, something.
Yeah, if you could send in like your TikTok handle or your Instagram, because that's actually a lot easier to kind of like see you there and see if your vibe suits us. And
we're gonna do interviews. Yeah. Could you imagine getting interviewed off us
by us after just hearing that I've had sex in the sauna and I've had sex in the tractor?
Like they can't take us seriously.
They could take us seriously, but we'll be really serious, so you better watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, see you later, Ragers.
Slay.